Dave, good to see you.
Good to see you too. Thanks for having me.
Veteran of the Year, Dave Wellahan, serving our community. Thank you for your service.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for saying that.
We've got Memorial Day coming up. And
Yeah, coming up on Monday. It's odd year. Everything's switching around, date-wise. I mean, the 31st is the regular, the old Decoration Day, and then became Memorial Day. That's not till the following Saturday, but because of the 1968 law for holiday bill, I think it was, it is on Monday now. So closest Monday to that date.
Well, hopefully it warms up and dries up.
Right now they're talking about it being a little warmer, like 60 and mostly sunny, so it's better than today, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, for those that are marching, they typically have a lot of wool and uniform, so a little cool is helpful. And are you going to have any marching bands this year?
Actually, Parkside is going to march with us, and Jackson High both. We'll have Jackson High inside the grounds with us, and they'll play while we're setting everything up, they'll play a prelude of music for us, and then they'll be responsible for doing the national anthem for us as well.
Most people call it a parade, but it's really not.
No, we call it a procession because it lays more likely a funeral procession, because the 40-8 locomotive will be there. That looks like a big train, and they're going to have in the tender box in the back of it, they'll have a flag draped coffin there with armed guard. So we'll treat it like a procession going to the burial. The bands are allowed to play some music as long as it's patriotic type of music, but we've had people just walk up and say, hey, where do I go? And you don't. If we don't invite you, if you're not a military unit or a veterans organization, you're not going to be in.
Right. No, it's not a business, it's not a political, it's to honor the dead.
It's to honor our war dead, absolutely.
We've got colored troops, the new Civil War colored troops is
the 102nd Colored Troops. They were the first regiment of totally colored troops from Michigan and joined into the Civil War. They're going to actually, those young men right there are actually going to be our lead honor guard for the event. We had some logistic issues with some of the other people that we've had in the past, so I talked to Maurice, and he was pretty excited about it, and we put that all together, and that's going to be real nice for them.
It's really amazing considering the number of activities and events in Jackson County on Memorial Day that you have such nice participation really all throughout the county.
Well, yeah, we do, and actually this year I had a great surprise when I have a phone call from the adjutant at Salt Trail Post over on Prospect, Post 246. They're all excited about being involved now too. They have new officers and a new lineup of people there managing and helping out. So we're going to have a color guard from them, and I said, even if you don't have a full honor guard, give you maybe your national colors and your unit colors to 2 people, and everybody else just jump in. We're going to start you out as a unit. This is how it goes. So I'm excited about that you're going to be here.
The procession ends at the cemetery, and that's where we have the services and presentations. What all happens during that?
Well, once we get all the preliminaries out of the way, the national anthem and invocation and that sort of thing, hopefully the mayor will show up. I've called him 3 times and asked him to be there. I haven't heard anything back. Maybe that's him calling me right now. I feel my phone ringing. Maybe, oh yeah, I forgot to call him. But anyway, we do a nice little ceremony talking about what Memorial Day is all about. It started out as Decoration Day. I don't do that one anymore, but it's about how it is that we honor those that gave their lives. Actually, I did a little research, and I found that there was nearly 900 people from Jackson County that died in combat since the Civil War.
Wow.
That's pretty huge. That was actually in a Citizen Patriot in May of 1996, and I found that the other night. But then, since then, we know that with Desert Storm and Desert Shield and all the stuff in the Middle East, we've had 4 locals that So I'm going to talk about that just a little bit too.
Yeah, and they're honored. They have a special memorial.
They have their own monument, sure. We have, and if you remember a few years ago, we added the names from World War I to the monument that was there, the Korean monument, the World War II monument, the Vietnam Veterans Monument, and now the Iraqi War monument.
One thing that I wasn't aware of, and you might not either, the Revolutionary War, Jackson did not exist.
Right.
It was, there were Native Americans that lived here.
Mhm.
It was settled by the white people, and then years after the Revolutionary War, 18 people who fought in the Revolutionary War returned or came to Jackson and ended up dying and being buried here. So we have 18 Revolutionary War patriots who are buried in Jackson County. And Linda Haas and David Van Hoof wrote a book which was just published and released yesterday. And that's how I know about it, because
Oh,
they
yeah.
came on the show. I couldn't believe it. They've obviously done a lot of research on the Civil War veterans
Sure.
and dead who aren't here, but who would have thought we'd have Revolutionary War dead?
Well, I heard years ago when I was still in the county office and I was purchasing all the flags for distribution to all the different cemeteries around, that there's a small cemetery in Spring Arbor that has 4 Civil War and 1 Revolutionary veteran there in the past. So that
Yeah,
might
that
be
must-
one of them that they're talking about in the
It's
book.
probably one of those
Yeah.
18 because they're scattered all over the
I'm
county.
sure they are, yeah.
Do we still have, I know you worked for many years on making sure that all veterans had the proper burial, and there were still some that still had not yet.
There was, what was that, 3 years ago, I think, we took 5 people over to Fort Custer that were unclaimed. And that was a big deal. That was really nice. We found them in different funeral homes. And we actually got motorcycle groups involved, the state police involved. We stretched over a mile long on I-94 going to Fort Custer.
Yeah,
And we had over 100 motorcycles leading it.
yeah, that was neat.
That was pretty cool.
Neat that a lot of work done to make sure that happened. And so we'll also be seeing veterans and military and the other parades and activities that we have throughout the summer. And I know Spring Arbor has a parade. There's in Clark Lake, Columbia.
All the little towns,
Yeah,
Grass Lake, Concord, Hanover, they all have their own little, Memorial Day especially, not so much Veterans Day. That's why we have a bigger event on Veterans Day typically. But the city of Jackson has been pretty good. I mean, the people like to come and listen. And part of that, you know, the kids in the band draw their parents, but they're all respectful, and they seem to understand and learn about what's going on when we're talking about it.
line the procession route.
Line it. We're going to come south on Jackson Street, go across Greenwood, and cut down that little side road I don't know the name of, and get on Rockwell, and off we go.
Dave is also coaching Michigan Center track, a former track star himself. So
Well.
what do the Cardinals look like? Are you going to states?
We have 12 kids, I think it is,
Nice.
8, 10 maybe it is, but 2 girls, and the rest of them are guys. But yeah, we're pretty excited. We're actually taking everybody up the day before, and we're staying in a hotel close so we don't have to get up at 6 in the morning and get there in time to start the pole vault at 8:30. I think it starts, or 9 o'clock. So we do have a pole vaulter. So
What are you strong in?
sprints, real strong in sprints. We have a young man on our team. He's only a junior, state qualified for the 100, the 200, and the 400, and 2 relays that he's on. So he ran 11:08 100 this year.
He'll
Fast.
be busy. He'll be tired next Saturday.
He will certainly be tired when. Yeah, and he couldn't understand why I told him no swimming the night before, because that just wears you right out too.
Oh. And if the Selby, we've got the Selby. next.
Shelby's on Tuesday. We've got a whole slew of kids going to that. So not a full team, but pretty good amount. Yeah, that'll be a fun meet.
Yeah, JTV will be there, and we'll look forward to seeing you as well.
I'll be there.
Great. Good to see you. So
Thanks very much.
see you Monday morning.
Come along, folks, and enjoy the procession.
Jackson County Veterans Council presenting the Memorial Day Veterans honor on the procession on Monday morning. Thanks to Veteran of the Year, Dave Wallahan.
Well, that was a couple of years ago.
You're always